So once again, that's a long way.
Yeah.
That's a long way. Now we're starting to see putting a lot less pressure on your lower right side of your spine and your right hip, because there's not as much what we call lateral flexion, so this whole right side scrunched up doing that, So from where I'm standing, we start to see a much better rotation, much more effective rotation, as opposed to a fair amount of movement, and then a lot of timing to get back there again. And clearly that's
obviously where
that's the inconsistencies, that ball position's a long way back in your stance, and we'll get to that. You've had to put it back there, because if you put it where it should be, which is probably there, you would have hit 2 inches behind it.
Okay,
So it's not something that I'm really interested in right now. But as far as I'm concerned, that little motion there, that's pretty damn good. And when we start to look at, okay, let's put it in full motion, it's a good rhythm. It's always going to be quick. Don't let anybody tell you that you've got to slow it down. Because that's you. We're not going to change that. There'll be certain aspects that we could sort of smooth out and do those types of things. As I said, long term, I'm really interested about the arm path, because it changes, but it's changing the same way each time. And the critical moment when it's moving at 100 miles an hour, we'd probably like to see it come through there.
Caused by the left shoulder or the right shoulder?
No, not quite. It's the actual sequence that starts on the way down, more than anything.
You have got a lot of shit in the left shoulder because I'm used to disc.
No, not so much that. It's more to do with how this bottom half starts on the way down. And we see that bottom half sort of turn out of the way and go that way, because that's what we all got told to do. I actually don't want you to turn it at all. I want you to say, basically, get it feeling as though it's moving, laterally this way without turning, because it'll get to a certain point and then can't move any further, and that's when it'll turn out of the way. That will then allow your arm path to drop into here, and then you can hit it as hard as you want and know that it's only going to go one way, which is left. Very rarely will you hit it right. Okay, but you'll still be able to play left to right shots and those types of things when you need to. Through impact, I'm much happy with that. I'm okay with that. You don't have to roll your wrists over like you used to and all that kind of stuff. This really looks like it's under stress and under pressure, and we have it slightly broken down and a lot more shoulder tilt there when you compare it to this one over here.
Then that would be causing the inconsistent hitting the ball.
Mirrored a different shots there. Okay. So, you're doing a bloody good job. We just want to make it tidier. You'll always see it in really fast speed and really slow speed, where you see your melon move around. That's not moving that much. I'm okay with that. It'll move a little.
Is it ducking a bit on that one?
Yeah, look, it's going to move a little bit.
Up and down.
Hogan and Tiger, there's two of the best ball strikers that ever lived. They both moved down in the backswing, and they both moved even further down in the downswing. But it did it the same way each time. But they rarely moved it laterally. So they just stayed and rotated along that axis. It moves in time as far as the chin moving side to side to compensate for your spine rotating, but it won't move off axis as such. So, that is pretty damn good, mate.